Hey guys, and welcome back to another tutorial today in my Design for Dummies series. So today we're going to be looking over something that isn't quite in Photoshop. Now every designer has them, every designer needs them. It's brushes, textures, gradients, you name it. You can get more pre-made content to use in your designs. So I'm just going to quickly pop back over to Photoshop, and I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I use. So in terms of brushes, I can right click and I've got a selection of brushes that I like to use that don't come with Photoshop. Excuse me. But it doesn't just stop there. You have color presets like this. You have styles, so you can instantly add styles to objects and text. So let's just show you one for an example. Whoops. Oh, I've got my background layer, my bad. So you can add pre-made styles to them. And I don't use my styles as often as I used to, but they're still very useful. You can get pre-made gradients. So I'm just select the gradient tool. You can get pre-made gradients like so. And a whole bunch of other useful content. So this is a website which I would highly recommend using for brushes. That's what we're going to go over today, how to get and install brushes, and it's pretty much the same for every item that you need to get. So you can just Google Photoshop brushes, gradients, styles, and it'll come up with a whole selection of websites, but this is personally the one I often turn to. So just going to browse through here. You can browse by category if you know what you're looking for. You can just go through the pages and find one step by step. So we're just going to browse through here, and I'm just going to pick out one that I like the look of that I haven't already got an alternative to at the moment. So that looks quite nice. They're quote brushes. I don't really need those though. That looks nice. Some abstract curve brushes. So now I'm on the page. I simply download it. You usually come in a zip folder. There we go. And just gonna open it. I'm going to open the folder it's in, and as you can see we've got this ABR file, and it looks a little bit like a Photoshop icon. So I don't even need to extract this for a Photoshop brush. I can just double click it, it will load for a second, and I have that brush set now. So if I go to my brushes, new ones appear at the bottom. As you can see, I've now got these abstract curves. So let me just select my red color. Oops. I've now got this brush set. One thing I would also like to note, which I'll also include in this tutorial, it's like a bonus for anyone who's still watching, is how to edit some of your brushes. So as you can see here, when I click and drag, they have even spacing, there's a certain width, certain diameter, and so on. There's a little tab here when you've got your brush tool selected, and if you click it, it'll open up your brush settings tab. Now this could open up anywhere in the window. Because I've had it open recently in the sidebar, it'll open there. I'm just going to pull it out though. There we go. I'm just going to enlarge it, and here you'll see all your brushes. Currently selected will be the one you're using, and you can actually edit the actual effects that the brush is currently using. So if I just go back to my layers tab, I'm going to delete what I've done so far and create a new layer. And what we're going to do is we're going to play around with some of these settings. So the spacing, for example, that changes the space between each and every time the brush goes. So for example, if I click and drag here, this will increase the spacing and how frequent it will place the brush down. If you increase it all the way, it'll almost be like a solid. There we go. It might go a little bit slow, so your computer can keep up with it. But we've also got some other options that we could of course change the size, the rotation. You can see a preview in the bottom. I mistakenly thought that when I first started using this, the preview was how the brush would turn out, but it's actually a series. So if I increase the spacing, you can see that it's actually a series of the brushes. So there's more we can do here. We're currently just on the basics, but we can go through shape dynamics, scattering. Scattering is very nice. At the moment, you can see that it's because we turned scattering on, it's in a straight line. It's fairly predictable. But if we turn on scattering, you can see it randomizes it a lot more, which is quite nice for like rain effects and so on. So have a play around with this. I'll probably cover it in a bit more detail in an upcoming tutorial. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a comment below and also suggest a series episode you would like to see. I'll leave a link in the description of the website I used. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.